What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Marvel Contest of Champions Summoner Showdown, week number 8, brought to you by Kabam. I'm your host, Josh Soleil. Now, week 9 next week, we will be starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you set your clocks back 1 hour for next week. But this is week number 8, the War Machine Durability Chest. Before we get into this week, let's check out the highlights for last week.
Welcome back to Marvel's Contest of Champions Summoner Showdown. Each week, 3 contestants come to New York City and compete in a specially crafted challenge for a chance to advance to the finals at New York Comic-Con. On the 11th of September, Ex Machina, Ms.Insomnia, and Statbot took on the chaotic Deadpool. First up, Ex Machina demolished Deadpool in his warm-up battle with Red Skull. Sticking with the Crimson Ghoul, he entered his qualifying match energized, keeping to his strategy from the warm-up, but Pool's aspect of chaos is hard to control, and Wade got the best of Ex Machina, KOing him after just 48 seconds. Next up was Ms.Insomnia, who turned out to be a sleeping giant. Choosing Infinity War Iron Man, she sailed through the warm-up, and come match time, she proved a force to be reckoned with. Parrying while building up her heavy attack, she waited for the perfect moment to attack on the health switch. Deadpool was knocked out by Ms.Insomnia in just 32 seconds, with only 2% of her HP remaining. Our third contestant, Statbot, entered the fray with a laser focus, looking to beat Ms.Insomnia's time. He too picked Infinity War Iron Man and jumped into action. Statbot stayed alive, beating Deadpool through a nail-biting end. Statbot came in at 1 minute and 22 seconds, nearly a full minute longer than Ms.Insomnia, who took this win. This week, 3 more enter and only 1 will advance. New York Comic-Con is right around the corner, but there's still a lot of fun to be had here on Marvel's Contest of Champions Summoner Showdown.
We are here with Ryan Panagos, aka Agent M. Now, last time we did this challenge, we saw Invincible dominate with Doctor Strange. Yeah. It was a beautiful dance, but now it is a new week against War Machine.
Look, first things first, you told our viewers to turn their clocks back. Please do not mess with your clocks. We are just on an hour earlier. Just set your calendars, set an alarm. Come to us at 3 p.m. next week for week 9. But we are talking about War Machine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Most people have had challenges with him. I'm excited. I think there's going to be a different crop of characters. I want to see what people bring to the table this time. But I've talked about War Machine so much over these couple of weeks. I haven't really talked about it. At one point, War Machine in the comics had an alien suit that he got. It didn't look at anything like the War Machine that we know, but he had this really cool suit. It was almost like Tony Stark's nanotech suit that he could just basically tap his chest and it would just come out, and it was really gnarly. Almost looked sort of like manga-esque in some cool ways. He got rid of that for a while. After that, there was another War Machine brought together by Sunset Bane and her team, which are sort of like arch rivals to Tony Stark and Stark Enterprises. But Jim Rhodes, he took care of that.
Awesome. Guys, we're not alone. We have Langston Belton and Dorky Diggity Dave in the booth. How y'all doing today?
Hey, doing real good. Thank you for that that little PSA, Ryan, to not set your clock back, because I would have done it.
I think that would have been a double setback.
Because he would have been here, yes. I am Langston Belton here with the incredible Dorky Diggity Dave. Dave, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well today, man. I'm glad to be in the room with you. First time being able to host with you. I was hoping I had a chance to before it was over, but we are now we're in the fray.
We're knocking it down. We're famous first ever. It's a historic showdown today for more than one reason, because we got to deal with War Machine.
War Machine is a tough one, man. This one needs a little bit of finesse, man. So why don't we take a look at what he's all about?
Okay, so as you heard from Josh, this is War Machine's durability test. Durability, right? Is the key word. It's gonna be a 3-minute survival challenge, and the winner will be decided by whoever has the longest survival time. Because I'm gonna say you're probably not going to do a lot of damage to War Machine.
No, not with 900% health and 90% armor. They're just making sure you're not going to take him down. So I think this is going to be a game of keep away, playing a few dash games here and there, and just making sure that you don't get hit. And I think it's a real great strategy to pick someone who has enough of a regen to make sure that you stay on top.
Okay, now it's going to be highly contested. Do you have maybe some recommends? Who who, if people out there are looking to take on War Machine, who might they want to go with?
Well, you're going to want to make sure that you're not parrying too much because you only have a few of those, so you got to be strategic. And I think the champions that you can choose here, my top pick is going to be Diablo. He does have a guaranteed heal going on there, where people like Wolverine, which we've seen not too much of lately, but that's RNG based, so it's only at random. And I think Diablo is going to be the key.
You heard that? Look, that's a golden tip from Dave. So let's see if they take it. Let's see and show you our first summoner on this Summoner Showdown. Blowing in from the Windy City, it's BrutalDLX. He describes his style of play as safe. He likes MCOC because it's the perfect mix of skill, strategy, collecting, and nostalgia. His most used champions are Corvus Glaive, Ghost, and Void. And his favorite quest was Realm of Legends. His gaming mantra is, just have fun. Get ready for BrutalDLX.
All right, BrutalDLX, what is up, and welcome to Marvel at New York. How you feeling?
Super excited. It's really, really awesome to be here, like completely immersed in Marvel everywhere. So great experience.
And I love your motto, just have fun. I think that's important. It's a competition, but it's important just to have fun.
Sure.
So you're going with Doctor Strange. I love it.
Gonna give him a shot. I don't think I'm gonna live up to Invincible, but we'll give it a shot.
Let's see, you had a 1 minute warm up. Go ahead and start that when you're ready. Now, we saw Invincible beautifully dance with Doctor Strange last time.
Was that dancing? I was hoping for some Diablo because I've been holding on to some Diablo facts for the last couple of challenges, but we'll see. The day's not over, but with Doctor Strange, super cool. You know, we talked a little bit last time about Doctor Strange's his special 2 that is called the Faltinian Triplicate, which is really cool. All of Doctor Strange's, most of Doctor Strange's powers and moves are tied to entities and things. So like the Faltine, the flames of the Faltine, as he would say, though the Faltine is the race that Dormammu comes from, or the Crimson Bands of Cyttorak. Cyttorak is the god that has powered Juggernaut, that created the gem that gives the Juggernaut his powers. It kind of looks like a big beefed up Juggernaut. So it's really cool when you see how those powers are taken from the comics and then ported over into a game like Marvel Contest of Champions, done so well.
That's awesome. I didn't know they were connected to those beings. All right, that is your warm-up. Go ahead and pause that and exit out of that. Will you be sticking with Doctor Strange?
I think I am.
All right, Langston, Dave, what are your thoughts on Doctor Strange?
Okay, so during that warm-up, we saw Doctor Strange and War Machine. They kind of had even health for a while. So break down how this fight's going to look like.
Yeah, so what he's doing, he's playing a great game of keep away. He's taking some block damage because, as you can see, Doctor Strange starts with an armor-up buff. So he's going to be able to take some of that damage on directly through that block damage. And it looks like he was just holding on to that SP3 until he got to his heal cycle, which is the third cycle in Doctor Strange's toolkit. And that will heal him after he launches that. So it'll be interesting to see how long he can keep that up. And if he can, then that's going to be a competitor right there.
I think so. So we're dealing with we're not doing Diablo, we're doing another Master of the Mystical Arts with Doctor Strange. Let's head back down to the gaming lounge and get this first showdown started.
All right, Brutal, there we go. Go ahead and start that War Machine's durability test. Doctor Strange, we shall see how you do. This is a trip to win New York Comic-Con for the grand finale stage. Are you ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Okay, here we go by the Eye of Agamotto. We got Doctor Strange facing off against War Machine. Let's see what we got here, Jiggity Dave.
Yeah, so right here, he's going to take advantage of that armor up. You can see that right up there in the top left. And he's just going to go and do some block damage and just try to stay alive. And as you can see, his power bar is filling up all by itself. And this is one of the main pluses about Doctor Strange, that he just fills power up whether he gets he lands a hit or not. So as you can see, this purple icon right here on the left-hand side next to the yellow is his this is his regen cycle. So if he's able to hit him while that's running, he's just going to regen whatever health he lost during that block damage. So yeah, this is just going to be watching him play keep away.
It is. It's a little stalemate right now because we got Brutal at 99% and War Machine's at 100. So, that's what we say. Don't get hit.
Yeah, don't get hit. And okay. So what he's probably going to do is wait for this cycle. Boom, he's going to launch the SP3. There he goes, and he's going to heal off of that. Hopefully he can get a combo in because every time he lands a hit, he's going to be healing there. So
I see.
He needs to bring that health up the best way that he can, and I think he's trying to bait out a heavy attack here. I'm not sure. There he
we're
goes.
coming down. Yeah,
There
we're
he goes.
coming
So
down.
he's able to
Yeah.
regen, as you can see, and now he's got the SP2 built up. So all he has to do is dex this out, and this is a lot easier than the first one.
No, you were almost looking down at a minute and 30 seconds coming down to it in this challenge. Yeah, it's awesome seeing, like you were saying, like Doctor Strange has all of these different abilities. And again, here we go. That special 3 Doctor Strange has. So you're talking about the regen cycle, and so like, do you think that's going to be the key because you're going to want to regen health fighting War Machine because he can do so much damage when he hits you?
Well, at this point, he wants to be able to gain health off of the attacks, which is why he's launching that SP3 when that happens. So as you can see, he gained a little bit, but it's per instance, so that's not going to help him launching the SP3. Launching an SP2 is better. It's multiple hits, or just getting a full-out combo is better because you're gaining health on every instance of attack. So it looks like he's starting to lose out a little bit here. He did bait out that heavy, but he did not take advantage of it. So it looks like he's just going to try to build up the power, push the SP2. There, and he has the regen cycle. That is exactly what you want.
Down
and
to
hopefully,
almost essentially 45 seconds now. So he's not doesn't have a lot more time to do anything. Is there anything he can do right now with about like 40 seconds left to kind of even the battlefield?
he can. Every single one of these buffs that happens on the left-hand side is coming in every 7 seconds. So he's going to have another chance at regenning his health. But hopefully he'll be able to launch the SP2 off of that. It's not looking likely he's going to go for the SP3.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Doc Strange changed a little bit. His original iteration was a percentage of damage given back, but now it's per tick.
I see.
So that's not going to help him much in the health category.
Down
He
to
needs a
10
combo here.
seconds coming down the final stretch. Doctor Strange standing tall against War
there
Machine.
it
I know.
is.
5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
There we go.
Okay.
Still a hard-fought match.
That's a hard
match.
fight. Matt, it's not easy to stay alive for 3 minutes. And he's down to what? That's 65%?
Yeah, 65 rounding up. We're going to get the official number. We're going to head back down now to the gaming lounge. What's going on down there? Hard-fought match. We all out of breath down there or what?
Brutal. That was fantastically played. You lasted the entire 3 minutes. You fluctuated around those 60%. Like, you went up and then you went back down. You got hit a couple times. What could you have done differently?
Not get hit.
Not get
yeah,
hit.
right. Yeah. So I got clipped a few times, and we'll see.
All right, well, we'll see how you do. Langston and Dave got us through that match.
I want to know something. Is it more feasible to do combos or specials if you're going to try to do damage on War Machine?
I think, well, so his mistake, as he said, was getting hit. So he was doing a great job of keeping away and just kind of regaining health when he needed to. I would have loved to see him do the SP2 more often during that regen cycle, but he was surviving. The fact that you get hit, it's hard to regen, which is why I do like Diablo as much as I do, because he regens by percentage, 10%. Every time you use it, and it's a lot more accessible. But that is a great fight, and if people can't survive, he's going to be the winner.
That's true. Yeah, well, listen, we heard that Diablo name again. Let's see if he shows up. But right now, let's see who's going to show up. Our next summoner. Let's bring him out. Hailing from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's Yeet. His favorite thing about MCOC is a well-designed fight. He describes his playstyle as adaptable and safe. He's in it to win it, but is also trying to get payback on Gamer Legacy for beating him at New York Comic-Con 2017. His 3 most used champs are Magic, Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, and Hyperion. Get ready for Yeet!
All right, we got Yeet here at the Marvel offices in New York. And I remember you at New York Comic-Con back in 2017.
Yes, sir, I was there.
How you been?
Been pretty good. Still playing the game, obviously.
Still competing, I see. I like
Yeah.
it. Now you're going with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Seeing if you can do a little bit better than the previous contender. All right, you got a 1-minute warm-up. Go ahead and start that when you're ready.
Cool.
You ready to drop some more?
Sounded like Diablo, but then it's just like everything fell apart. Whatever, that is what it is. So Doctor Strange trained under the Ancient One. Ancient One was has been around, lived for 5 centuries, give or take. Master of the Mystic Arts, one of the Sorcerers Supreme. We've had many in the Marvel universe, for Earth and this dimension. But before Doctor Strange was the Sorcerer's Apprentice in the comics, he had 2 other apprentices. One of them being Baron Mordo. Mordo, we've seen him in many ways, many shapes. Mordo's very cool, very evil. And then on the flip side, he had a better apprentice, Dr. Druid. I love Dr. Druid. Dr. Druid joined the Avengers. He was a weirdo. He has a kid. He's bald. He was great. Dr. Druid is like the everyman sorcerer supreme. Good dude.
I love that. I love that's such a checklist. All right, 1 minute is up. Go ahead and stop that warm-up. Will you be sticking with Doctor Strange?
I think so, yeah.
All right, we'll see how you fare. Langston and Dave, how we feeling?
Okay, so now looking at that warm-up, we saw the dash game you were talking about, the in and out.
Exactly. You just picked right up on
I
that,
did.
man.
No,
You
we were
did.
talking. I was looking. I was like, okay, I see what he's talking about with like dash in and out and trying, like you said, trying to goad War Machine into committing to that special. Yeah.
Exactly. And then if you are not sure, you can always launch a special, or you can just sidestep. And it looks like he has a pretty good command on that.
So we're sticking with Doctor Strange. We'll see if this iteration of Doctor Strange with this new summoner's mind inside of him can get the job done. So let's get back down to the gaming lounge. Second round. Let's do it.
All right, Yeet, here we go. Are you ready to try and win a trip to New York Comic Con?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's all happening right now.
It's happening right now, live. 3, 2, 1, fight!
All right, Josh dropping the bomb on you immediately. Yeah, all right. So here we go. Doctor Strange back at it again against War Machine.
Absolutely, and he got those dash games. Now, he did use a parry there, so he probably only has about 2 or 3 more left, depending on how fast his reflexes are. But it looks like he's just going in, and he's just hitting him up, keeping that block up there, and just running down the clock. And he's hopefully going to wait for him to rush in so he can hit him with an SP2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good. He stayed blocking, and there he goes. He came in, he goaded out that attack, and he hit him with the SP2.
All right, so he still has 100% damage. War Machine down to 99, coming down on 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And again, it's like, oh, there we go, the little stun state. So you briefly talked about parries. We haven't really seen that come up. So what is the risk reward of using a parry? You said he doesn't have a lot of them.
Yeah, so he has limber here. So what limber means is every time you parry, the amount of time they're stunned for is lessened by 0.10 seconds. So by the time he's done about the 3rd or 4th one, it's not going to be feasible because you're going to have block stun before you can react, and he'll come out of it before you do, and then you'll end up getting attacked.
Because he's wearing a suit of armor, so I imagine his stun state is more just like, hey, reboot real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
And the more you stun him, the system's like, oh, we know what this is. Come on. We don't need to be stunned all this time, Rudy.
That was perfect. So he pushes the SP2, he got that down, and it looks like he's waiting for an opening to get a full-on combo.
Doing very, very well
he didn't
right now.
take advantage.
Yeah.
He could have jumped in and got that SP2, especially during that regen cycle. Get in there.
It's still down 96, yeah. Oh, well, here we go.
He had that in the bag. He wanted to make sure he didn't get hit or get locked in the corner. So the great thing about the SP3 is that it pushes you away from your corner and you're kind of back center again. And in this case, it pushed him all the way to the right-hand side. So.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so we got Yeet sitting strong at 97% with War Machine at 94. He's doing really good. It's kind of like he's kind of keeping that damage gap the same. So he loses a bit, War Machine loses a bit, keeping that gap the same, right?
Exactly. And so right now, he's hopefully going to be able to take advantage of that regen cycle. He goes in for the parry, and he's going to launch the SP2. Yes, there he goes.
Good.
And it's going to come right back up. And he did gain about 4% there. But he's not going to get a lot more parries after that.
Well, now he's back to 100%. War Machine at 93 with coming up to 30 seconds. Now 35 seconds. This is intense. This is what you're talking about, like combining all these different tactics, waiting for your special to gain, using the parry, using the dash tactics.
Exactly. And right now he has an SP3 locked in the box, so if he ever feels pressured, he's just going to go ahead and launch that, and he's going to have that reset not only of position, but of his particular fight style will help him from getting hit, or keep him from getting hit.
Yeah, it seems to have done it. He's hitting another special. He has almost, I think right now he has less than 10 seconds left. The clock went away during the special animation. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done.
And that is over. That is 100%. That is a fantastic job. Yeet is looking good, man.
Yeet's looking great.
It's looking good right now.
Back into the gaming lodge, 100% of his life. How are we feeling down there?
Yeet, not only did you keep the 100%, you dropped War Machine down to, I believe, 93%.
Awesome.
What? I love how you're so casual about this. You're like, whatever, just another day, stroll in the park, no big deal.
I don't know, man. My heart is pumping pretty hard, so I'm kind of
91, you dropped him to 91%. Got the people in my ear telling me the correct percentage. All right, well, Langston and Dave, guide us through that amazing match.
We were just checking the times back here because it was like, again, the animation came up like when the clock was about. We had to do like a little replay, a little
just a little reconnaissance here. It looks like he actually did better than Invincible.
Yeah.
Is that what it's looking like? So he ended up with 91%, and Invincible here is looking like 93. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know. I mean, it's so interesting. Like as we're seeing, like, you know, people again using the same character, you're really seeing the play styles of different people come through. I think that's the really interesting thing when you see the same champion pick and hearing and seeing, you know, how they see their friends and fellow players do it and seeing the text like, oh, I'm going to use that worked, or I'm not going to do that ever again because it's just on the internet.
And we didn't see any Wolverines, so I mean that was fantastic for us.
Hey, as a Cyclops fan, always happy to not see Wolverine. So, we're almost done. We got one more left. The deck is stacked. Let's see who our final summoner is on this showdown. Coming to us from Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Turbo Tim. He describes his style of play as tactical, and his favorite quest was Realm of Legends. His 3 most used champs are Captain America Infinity War, OG Thor, and Nick Fury, who is his highest ranked character at 5 stars. Get ready for Turbo Tim.
All right, Turbo Tim, the bar is set very, very high to win a trip to New York Comic Con. But first, let's get to know you a little bit more. So your fight style is tactical. How are you going to utilize this in this match against War Machine?
Keep as much health and take as much down. I mean, I got to get 100% and to beat him, so I got to take way more health.
Got to be a little bit more aggressive this time.
Yeah.
All right, you got a 1-minute warm-up with Dr. Strange. Go and start that for us. It's Dr. Strange.
No, you know what? I'm going to talk about Diablo because look at how much I put all my notes together for this show, you guys. This is all I wrote about Diablo today. So we're going to talk about Diablo. Esteban Corazon de Diablo is his name. He is from the 9th century. He was actually a Spanish sort of nobleman, rich dude, and he just liked mixing stuff, chemicals. That's what alchemy is. He is an alchemist. Diablo is cool because he's just so weird. You don't see that much in Marvel Comics. You see someone like Doctor Strange using the mystic arts, but Diablo takes the idea of chemistry, the idea of mixing things to create an effect, and he makes it almost mystical in a way. He first showed up in Marvel Comics in Fantastic Four back in 1964. That was issue number 30. He was released into Marvel Contest of Champions only in January. I think that's why. People are too scared to test the might of Diablo. He's too new. He's too fresh. He's just too big for everybody, but it's fine. Doctor Strange is pretty great too.
I love that. All right, I think that sums up that 1 minute. Go ahead and pause that and get out. Now, Ryan had a fantastic argument. Will you be choosing Diablo?
No, I won't. I will not.
I'm sorry. All right, Langston Dave. Notes are out the window. How you guys feeling over there?
Oh, I love the epic promo. Ryan about Diablo.
It's no love for Diablo, man. No love for Diablo.
Oh, there
Look, he's right there. He's right there on the screen.
He's right there on the screen.
He's at level 75 available to you, and his SP1 is a guaranteed 10% health. So you can do the maximum damage and have the maximum health at the end. I mean, are you trying to win the game? Or?
The table was set by Dave. It's by Ryan with the facts, by all of us. But, I mean, it's going to be tough. We're going to see what happens. Let's get back down to the gaming lounge. Let's start our final round of this Summer Showdown.
I feel like I was on the other side of the debate team. That was awesome. All right, 91% you have to bring War Machine down to, and you have to keep 100% of your health. Do you have what it takes?
I think so.
Believe in yourself. In 3, 2, 1, fight!
Leave it Diablo.
Here we go. Ryan's still salty about it. All right, here we go. Doctor Strange. Trying again.
Yeah.
Try one more time.
I mean, well, we are back here. Well, can you tell me what that icon is in the top left?
That icon in the top left is his regen cycle.
Oh, that's the armor up.
That's the armor up.
Yeah, that's the
His
armor up.
I also have my glasses. This is the armor up. There's
Okay.
so many icons. I'm looking at the fight and all of the icons and the special bars on all the things, and also trying to see if Dr. Strange can do this. So I think one of the interesting things is that I'm realizing you have to manage so much. Looking at this at the interface, you have to look at so much from moment to moment to manage, in addition to dodging and attacking and stuff like that. So where does that come in? The managing of the resources and stuff like that.
Well, this is Doc Strange is unique because his icons are always switching. He has 3 different cycles. One is for armor up. The second one is Fury, which is on right now, which is going to increase his attack. And then you have the regen cycle, which is going to regen him based on how many hits you're doing. So you have to keep an eye on that. You have to keep an eye on your power bar down at the bottom to see when you're going to launch, if you're going to launch an SP1 or when the SP2 is ready, or if you're just going to go all out and do an SP3. So the strategies do change, and I see that he's not falling for the SP1, and having that armor up cycle means you can take a lot of block damage, which is a great strategy here. So at this point, it's just a matter of can you take advantage of the regen cycle and stay at 100%, because that's what he's going to have to do.
It would suck because he's already down to 93, now down to 91. That's where he needs to get War Machine, but sadly, unlike the Deadpool challenge, he's not going to switch life bars. That's not going to work.
Yeah, and he missed his opportunity right there for the SP2. He had a full-on combo, which would have gotten him back to the health that he needed to have. So this is going to make it very difficult. It's going to be very difficult to come back from 88 and go all the way back up to 100%.
Yeah, and it's tough. He's already down to looking at coming up on a minute left, so not a lot of time to move around. And also, you have to keep a look on the clock too, and like wonder how much time do I have? Because I mean, how often does it take to gain a special bar with Doctor Strange? Like, how long roughly within the match can you get a special bar?
It's about 7 to 8 seconds. So right now he's in a prime position to launch that SP2. He needs to get an opening right now and launch that SP2 to have any kind of a chance. And he did not take it. He's going to end up back. Okay, he did, but.
Yeah, he got 90. He's back up to 80. So 86.
He's 85. Yeah, this isn't going to look good. It's not even not going to look good. It's just not currently looking good.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just, it's a hard fight. Again, this is the thing about War Machine. It's like he's not taking any damage, and and again, you have to memorize even just the animations. And again, you're talking about when do you commit? When do you go for these different things? And if you miss an opportunity, that can be it. Because now he's down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, he just took a hit, and that's a fatal hit. That is that pretty much seals it in for Yeet. It's looking like.
I know, that's true. We're kind of looking at the final throws, the victorious final stand of Doctor Strange against War Machine. All right, 2 seconds, 0.
Yeah, down to 47.
Tough.
Yeah.
Well, listen, that's going to do it for our third and final summer. I mean, what else is there to say? It was tough fought. Everyone used Doctor Strange using all the tricks.
No one used Diablo.
No one used Diablo.
No one used Diablo. Every time he launched a special, he would have healed. And being as where he was, that would have been 40% health.
Made Ryan throw away his cards. Let's head back down to the gaming lounge and check in with Agent M and Josh Slay.
All right, Turbo Tim. All right, my friend. Now that limber proved very fatal. Do you think you could have done better if you chose Diablo?
No.
Oh, sorry. All right, Langston and Dave, who is our ultimate summoner?
Well, I mean, I think that it's
Mr. 100% himself.
Yeah,
right?
Yeet, of course. Yes, 100%, dropping War Machine down to 91% HP. Again, we've talked ad nauseum about all the great ways to use Doctor Strange. How did Yeet do it better than the other two summoners?
Yeet had a better command of the champion. He knew how to work the rotation of his buffs, and he knew exactly how to regen when he needed to. And he kept the space clear and attacked when he needed. It was a pretty precision fight.
Yeah, I think that's what it was going to take. It's going to take, with all those things you have to manage. As you can see, I'm looking at icons. There's so many buffs and debuffs and power. It's so much input, but that's why I love having amazing minds like Diggity Dave here to help walk me and you through this awesome Summoner Showdown. And that's actually going to be it from us from here. So I'm Langston.
And I'm Dorky Diggity Dave.
Oh, such a great name. I got to find more syllables to add to my name. So we're going to head back out to the gaming lounge with Agent M and Josh Chalet and our winner, Yeet.
Yeet, congratulations. You go to New York Comic-Con to compete on stage. Now, I feel like you have a point to prove. You're out for like revenge in a way. 2017, you came close to winning. Now's your chance to grab glory.
Yeah, I mean, I had like 3 chances on stage in 2017, so I'm just trying to make the most out of my opportunities now. So
here we go. Here we go.
Yeet, have you been looking at the other challenges, the other weeks, and seeing what they've been up against? Because it's not all War Machine.
Oh yeah. I was actually expecting Maestro coming into here today. Like I dueled him a bunch of times, and then all of a sudden I heard that it was War Machine, so I had to change it up a little bit.
They changed it up. They changed it up. Guys, check out after this video, we got Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and Vision Aarkus, who is going to be available tomorrow in Marvel Contest of Champions. But next week, week 9, we will be starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Do not set your clock back like I said before. Keep your clocks where they are, but set an alarm, set a reminder, because we'll be starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time next week, because we'll be deciding the order for which our summoners will be competing live at New York Comic-Con for New York Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Langston, you asked for a name. How about Luscious Lion-Hearted Langston? I feel like that's good. Get some alliteration in there. That's for you, buddy.
I love that. Guys, I'm Josh Saleh.
I'm Ryan Penagos.
And this is Marvel.
Your universe.